Just very few remarks. The Parliament has suffered a lot of humiliation because of the system we operate. I'm happy to say that in our midst seated, there are governors who had superintended over states and have had cause to deal with state assemblies. Now, I don't want to go into what has become a systemic problem. The joy I have is that most of these governors have understood in one way or the other that if what happens here had happened in the state, probably our democracy will have graduated from what is very popular in the Nigerian media as a nascent democracy. The truth of the matter is everybody thinks the parliament should be treated as an appendage of the executive. That is not supposed to be. And when we seek to operate independently, it is not in any way at all trying to disregard an individual or disrespect the executive. We must learn to know this. If we don't know this, we bring to bear maybe some primordial sentiment. It will not work, and it will not be good for all of us. I have nothing at stake in all of this, but my advice is let us know that we're leaving behind an institution that others will come and require some form of respect. I had caused Mr. President to interact with one of the service chiefs, whose ingenuity I must respect and acknowledge. I told him that a lot of those who are appointed by Mr. President are the ones that are responsible for the anger that is being displayed against the president. And he agreed with me. Because once the president appoints you, you are supposed to be his ambassador. But you go and sit there and begin to think you will lord it over people. This is not a military regime. This is democracy. And each arm of government, as we know from the American democratic reform, whose pattern we are copying, presupposes that each arm of this government is independent. But here we look at it differently because of our experience in military rule. I want to add that let us seek at all times to defend the institution and not be carried away by any sentiment. Once a president is a president, commander-in-chief of the federal republic, once a governor is governor of a state, a parliamentarian should be treated as such. It is because of lack of understanding of this device that has brought us where we are. Now that you see people can walk in here and take away this mess, and nothing will happen to them. Because a lot of things, the dynamics are so funny. People behave as if once you are protected by the security officials, you are safe. Nothing will happen to you. Those are the impunities that we must seek to discourage. So once we invite whether the chief of staff to the president or even the president himself, there is nothing unusual. It's not disrespecting him, no, it's not. But we don't understand it. When we speak in this wise, people, you are trying to disrespect. It's not like that. We need to talk, we need to dialogue, we need to interact. So I think it's good we see the IG, and let us not make it look as if the IG is the IG of police, we want to see him. Tell us why this is this. He has his reasons that we may not know, and we want to hear from him. So I think, Mr. President, I concur with the position of the leader of the Senate. And